Bitcoin just surpassed Amazon. Let that sink in for a moment. Bitcoin just surpassed Amazon. The biggest e-commerce platform, most known in the world. Bitcoin surpassed it. And for a lot of the stock nerds out there, traditional market, they like to come out and just talk down on Bitcoin and crypto and call it a scam and all these things. Bitcoin just surpassed Amazon. The biggest e-commerce platform ever. Worth $9 in the early 2000s, went over thousands and thousands of dollars. And Bitcoin surpassed it in half the time, coming out in 2009, right? And if you didn't know, Bitcoin is the highest growing asset in history. No asset has grown as big as Bitcoin in a short period of time. You can compare it to all these other assets. None of them grew this big in a short period of time. So it's just let that sink in for a little bit, because very soon Apple will be next, then Nvidia, then Microsoft, and then the last one, gold. Now my prediction is I believe Bitcoin will surpass gold next decade, sometime in the 2030s. I don't know, it could be early 2030s, could be towards the end of 2030s. But I don't believe, I'll be very surprised. I mean, we would have to see some type of big collapse for Bitcoin to surpass gold. But on top of that, I'm pretty sure if we have a big collapse, gold will grow as well. So I believe it'll be next decade. But either way, it doesn't matter. Because Bitcoin growing this much in such a short period of time, it just shows you where the money really is flowing. And this should be a sign to you that it's going to flow not into just Bitcoin, but into all coins. It's just that Bitcoin is that first domino, right? It's like that first domino is getting ready. It's like slowly falling down. And then when it hits the next one, it's going to impact the whole crypto market, all coins. But the key thing is the altcoins that do survive are really going to be the ones that really 20, 50, 100x. So it's not just like, oh, just buy any altcoin. No, it's going to be basically what's happening is the same exact thing as the early 2000s with the dot-com bubble crash, where we had thousands of companies that had websites but were basically like nothing. They were basically like scams, right? And then out of all those companies that went bankrupt and went to zero, there were only a couple that survived, right? Google, Amazon, Microsoft, IBM, a couple other ones, but it still is a good amount that survived. And people that invested in those companies, even though during that time, the older generation or, people during that time are calling that a scam, all the tech companies a scam, they were sticking to like Coca-Cola and all this traditional stocks from like the 80s. Meanwhile, all those people that invested in that made generational wealth. So it's basically a replica of what's happening from the dot-com bubble. It's just, in my opinion, it's at a greater, it's going to have a greater explosion. But on top of having a greater explosion, there are more, right? There are more altcoins, obviously, that are going to go down to zero or die off than the companies from back then. Because it's much easier to start an altcoin than, create, a company like back then and getting into the stock market. So when you hear people call, crypto a scam and all this thing, they're just unopen-minded. And the number one trait that I tell you guys all the time to becoming rich or unlocking doors in your life that can lead you towards success and financial freedom is having an open mind. I would never have my channel if I didn't have an open mind towards crypto. I would never have the amount of money that I have right now if I didn't have an open mind in crypto. So having an open mind it's a rich trait. Having a closed mind, it's going to keep you in just one bubble. It's not going to let you grow out and have new opportunities and experiences. You see what I'm saying? So you want to always have an open mind. And I believe that's going to start to happen once people really start to see that crypto is here to stay, that Bitcoin is the number one, right? And that crypto is the new stock market. We are the new stock market. We're going to be the new stock market. to a point that in the future, stocks are going to turn into tokens. I mean, that's already programmed, right? We've been seeing rumors and actual news that they're planning on making stocks into tokens to be on the blockchain, and then eventually it's going to be 24/7 trading. So instead of being on a centralized platform like it has been ever since it was created, we're going to see this huge change in which stocks are going to be tokenized, right? Everything's going to be tokenized, come into the blockchain, and basically be crypto, right? But in like stocks way, in a very regulated way, right? Not like a meme coin that someone can create on Pump Fund, right? But it just shows you that we're going to see this high growth in the blockchain and decentralization. That's what you guys got to focus on. That's going to be the biggest growth. That's what the industrial revolution is of our time. It's decentralization, the blockchain, and how efficient we can be, more efficient we can be utilizing this technology. So knowing that you research the altcoins and you buy, and look, you guys might be holding Amazon right now. You guys might be, HBAR might be going up to like thousands of dollars eventually. And you might have hundreds or thousands of HBAR tokens. Just think about that for a sec. Because there's going to be less winners, but the winners are going to give you like hundreds of X's eventually. You see what I'm saying? Because all the money from the losers that go to zero are going to flow into, I mean, guess just what happened to all the companies that went bankrupt in the dot-com bubble? What happened to all that money from those companies? It eventually went into Amazon, into Microsoft, into all these bigger, into Apple. That's going to be exactly what happens in the crypto space. It's going to eventually flow into the true winners. It could be Ethereum. It could be Solana. It could be Cardano. But you have to be the judge of that. You have to be following it. This is why I love crypto, because it forces you to be an active investor instead of some DCA nerd that all these influencers talk about, right? They always preach DCA and all these things because it's easy. It's easy to just DCA and forget about what's happening in the news and geopolitics and just buy and hold, right? But no, instead you should be active. Even the rich people out there that don't have time to be looking at the news and all these things, they even pay like financial advisors to do it for them. So just think about that. So just wanted to talk about this, guys. If you're new to my channel, I'm Sir Lewis. I have a course called the 8 Signals to Sell the Top. If you want to check it out, I'll be in the description below. It's going to help you profit take during this crypto bull market and exit strategies. But thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below what you guys think, like and follow for more, and subscribe for more. Love you guys. Peace.